Hello, good evening to my wonderful viewers. I hope you are excited that there is an information which is very important to your hearing. I hope you are doing good. So, in my previous videos, I have said a lot about how one can get Portuguese residence permit. And in those videos, I talked about the fact that you must have come with a visa. Normally, that is the easiest because if you come with a visa, getting job is very easy. But to those of us who may have come through the other way, they do consider. So it is not something that um, we have to uh, discourage because they do consider. But the best way to make the process or the initiation faster is coming with a visa, because normally when you enter the country you have 72 hours to make an entries with a SEF. And with this entry, it helps you in paying penalties, which is called multa. Because if you come to the country without these entries, on the day of residency, they calculate from the day you enter the country. Without this entry, they make calculations of how long you have stayed illegally in the country, and you may be fined. You may be fined. So normally people do pay multas when they are going to do their first residence card. So, as I said earlier, you come in the country with your visa. With visa, you can approach finance and apply for fiscal number. Once you apply for fiscal number, you can either register a company and request for social security number, or you get a contract from a company and request for social security number. And with this few process, you start to contribute to the social security system, and you are good to go to apply for manifestation of interest. And with manifestation of interest, there is a link that you are going to follow up. Upload your documents, your passport, your police report, and I think if you watch my previous videos, I have said these in them, and I don't have to keep repeating them here. So you can refer to that video and see to it that the requirement that is needed for you to submit your manifestation of interest are met. So when you do this, it is very easy for you to get an acceptance from SEF and make an appointment, and then there you go. You make an appointment, you go to SEF, take your picture, pay your multa, if any, or your card fee, and then you get your residence card at home. So I think if you want to know more about what I just gave as a preamble to this video, you can go back to Info Abroad News Update, my channel, and uh, watch out for more to come, or look out for more videos in the already posted videos. But today, what I want to inform my viewers is the fact that, Corona came in in 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. It started in China, and there were a lot of tags for this virus. Chinese, what. And then they started spreading throughout the world, and it became a world issue. Became a world issue which caught the attention of the world leaders. And a lot has been done trying to alleviate or to overcome this COVID. because we have lost a lot of people, great personalities, family members during this short period. And most of the countries are trying hard to overcome this challenge. But I think what um, some of the countries in Europe are not doing well at it is the fact that you may live in a house or in apartment with your family. One may have the virus tested positive, and I think, in my opinion, it is a very good approach for them to isolate the person to an isolation center where the person can be recovered and be brought back to the home. But here in Europe, if it is not an emergency situation where you are required to get an oxygen or something, they just tell you that stay at home and isolate yourself. It is not helping in solving this situation at all, because you might go to a hospital, get get the test, and they will give you a report that you are positive. So, in my opinion, I think that you being positive is that you are now a threat to others. So they should start the quarantine from where you tested positive. Okay, there is a van. Let's take him to this location. But they tell you go home and isolate yourself. You go home with what? In a bus, there are people in the bus. People who are in the bus are at risk of getting this virus. You go home, you live with a family. People who are in your house are at risk. So I think that the approach to which some leaders are solving this COVID situation in Europe, most especially in Europe, is very appalling. It's very appalling, which we have to discourage it, because you come home, you be transferring it to your family, and at the end you may not know. It is very appalling that we have to talk about. So this is just a chip in thing that I want to advise. If the authorities may see this as an important thing and they can address it, the better for us all, because the cases in Europe keep going up, going up, going up. Why? Because the approach is wrong. The approach is wrong. Leaders, let's wake up and address this. So coming back to what I was talking about, um, Portugal has been in a state of emergency for a year and more now. And I think the president must be commended, because um, he has really done well by not opening the borders, though the economy was in shambles, struggling, but he did not open the borders, because opening the borders and coming in of people with fake positive or negative test and coming in with the viruses were the reports that were coming. So I will commend the president for this, because he has been updating the state of emergency situation from time to time. And I think that now Portugal is a safe place for us, because the numbers of people who were contacting the virus has reduced drastically, and now things are coming back to normalcy, because restaurants were closed, shops were closed, so work work in Portugal were in a halt situation. But I think yesterday the president gave an excited news about the opening of borders. And from yesterday, the 1st of May, the borders have been open, but still some protocols are being observed. Borders are open, people can come in, but you must come along with your negative PRC. So the president has really done well. And during this situation, the president gave a lot of opportunities to people who may have been delayed in the residency process because they have realized that a lot of people have put in their documents for residency, but because of the COVID, things has been slow. Getting access to health service was not there because you did not have a residence card. Getting access to social security support was not there because you did not have. So the president gave an opportunity to immigrants who were not regularized, were not documented to get access to this, but there were timelines to them. And yesterday they have been a very good news in an extension of this um, timelines to people who do not have residency yet, but have put in their manifestation of interest. So if you are in the country and you are putting in your manifestation of interest, this is a very good information for you to listen because the government has extended the immunity or the opportunities that one enjoys as a resident to people who have put in their manifestation of interest as at the 30th of April. So if you have put in your manifestation of interest as of 30th of April, you qualify for health number, social security number, and other services. So I want to just give a summary of what I have here to my people that have made the manifestation of interest and were not getting access to these services. So there was an excited dispatch 473A of 2021, which determines the regularization of foreigners who are in Portugal with pending orders. So if you have a manifestation of interest, you have a pending order. Yeah, so they were framed in specific situation and the regularization consent process pending itself as of 4th of April 2020. So if you are in a regularization process and waiting for SEF to give you an approval as of 30th April, you are part of this. So whoever submitted an expression of interest or made an appointment to serve until yesterday, the 30th of April 2021 should be excited or is part of this initiative that the government has launched. So this initiative is to facilitate health access, to health benefit. So you are entitled to the number of users to use the national health system. So if you are putting in your manifestation of interest, you are entitled to the national health system. And examples of this national health system is obtaining your NISS. NISS is numero social security number. I should just go straight to the point in English. Access to social support and benefit, work protection, leasing, employment, and opening of bank accounts. hiring essential public services. So if you have an expression of interest or manifestation of interest done, you qualify to do these services. To approve that he is a regular in the country, the immigrant must present just one of the following. So to prove to them that you are regular in the country, you have to present one of the following: a certificate of regularity obtained from SEF website. When you go to the website, there is a barcode that has been integrated into the system that grants you access to these opportunities. So if your date is before this deadline, you may not have that access on the website. So when you go to the SEF website, there is a field that you can find that and show as a proof. Also, the protocol for registering the process under Article 90. The proof of scheduling performed at SEF for another service. If you have an appointment at SEF, it serves as a proof. The request for proof of residence permit, that paper delivered when you go to SEF to present the document, take the photograph and make the necessary payment. So when you go to SEF, they normally give you a paper to make some payments or something. So that is a proof that you have um you have done something and you are regularized in the country. So with these proofs, you are ready to go and get your things done. So but we have to pay attention to this. This order does not mention the issues of driving license changes. That's the position regarding the acceptance or not, because people think that with manifestation of interest, you can have access to acquiring of driving license, but in this situation, they did not talk about that. But if IMT would have any regulation for that, they will draw it out for us to talk about. So let's keep our fingers crossed. If IMT gives anything about such information concerning your access to driving license, we are going to keep you updated. So this is the very bit important information that I want to give to my viewers. And if you enjoy my videos, do not hesitate to leave a comment below. When you watch this, leave a message or ask any question that you want. Like my videos, share and subscribe to my channel for more info. Thank you and stay blessed. Welcome to Info Abroad News Update. Thank you.